Okay, good morning, good morning. This is our meeting discussion regarding some very important concepts that we need in solving problems. Now, the very first concept that we will try to review are the kinds of linear equations in one variable. Okay, so ano ba yung mga kinds na yan? Let's review. Okay, we have, take note, three types or kinds of linear equations in one variable. They are first, conditional, and the next, identity, and then lastly, contradiction. Every equation that you will encounter, for example, these equations, will either be one of these three. Okay? Now, I know that we have discussed this before solving for variables. Itong tatlo na to. Pero, we are going back to these concepts now because I think we are more ready para mas intindihin ng gusto ang mga concepts na ito. Okay, let's recall the definition of a conditional equation. Ano ba yung conditional? From the root word, condition. Now, these are equations, example, this on the right, which are true depending on the value of the variable. Ay, kaya pala conditional. True, depende sa kondisyon. Depende sa value ng x. Okay, sige na nga. Let's try and do this. Now, we will have a tendency to, kapag ganito ang tanong, what we will try to do is solve muna ito, di ba? How do we solve equations like this? Sir, we have variable on the left, variable on the right. So what do we do again? What we do to solve for x is, di ba, you isolate the variable. So what we want to do is transpose. Recall, transposing po is the shortcut of addition and subtraction property. But we won't show this na. Instead, I will immediately move the variables to the left. Transpose. Pew! And then, the constants, i-move din natin to the right. Pew! And what will happen? 2x stayed on the left side. And then, take note, yung ating negative x moved from the right side to the left side. Therefore, reverse the sign minus. It will now become plus. So, yung dating minus x now becomes plus x. Okay. Next, how about 11? 11 stayed on the same side. So, it's 11 here. No change. However, itong plus 5, dating plus, reverse the sign will now be minus 5. Okay, so that's transposition, the shortcut for the addition and subtraction properties. We're not yet done. We haven't isolated x yet. Actually, we have to simplify both the left and right side of our equation. So combining 2x and x, we have 3x equals, combining the constants, 11 minus 5 is 6. Okay, remember, before we continue, by the way, our equations here or our equal signs are aligned. The reason is so that we know kung asan yung left side and right side of the equation. So that when we transpose, just in case we do, alam natin kung magre-reverse tayo ng sign or not. Okay? So it's a good habit to always align equal signs. Now, we have simplified or isolated 3x already. Sir, meron pa tayong 3 dyan. How do we remove that? Take note, this is connected by multiplication. Let's counteract multiplication by division. Divide both sides by 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. O, diba? Cancel that. Therefore, what will happen? So, dito ka na lang ilalagay. X will be left on the left side because you will be able to cancel that. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And there you have it. X is equal to 2. That is the answer. Okay, so this means, di ba nga, pag sinabi nating solve for x or solve for the variable, whatever the value na na-solve mo, when you substitute, dapat it will be a true statement. Talaga, sir? Okay, if you're not sure of your processes here, you can always check. That's the beauty of math. Okay, let's try. 2 times substituting x is equal to 2. So we have 2 times 2 plus 5. The question is it equal to the right side? Negative. Be careful lang. Kapag meron po tayong mga negative signs, make sure you place them inside the parentheses. Ito, positive naman, pero mas magandang ilagay mo na kaagad in parentheses para hindi ka malito. And then, plus 11 like so. Okay? Simplifying the left side, PEMDAS rule, parenthesis muna, or sorry, multiplication muna rather, before addition. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. Next, negative 2 plus 11 is, again, 9. Yes. Therefore, this is equal to the left side. Really, 2 will make the statement true. So this statement, this equation is true if x were equal to 2. Yan po yun. And that is already our solution set. Okay? So, there are many ways of writing the solution set, but if you are using yung traditional way since it's a set, okay, kailangan nating isulat between braces, like so. That means, ang kasama sa set na yan, yung element 2. Because this number, this element, will make the statement true. However, in some books, wala na pong curly braces. Okay na, this is also accepted. So, this is our solution set. Okay, sir, sigurado ka? True depending on the variable. What if? Sige nga. What if you try x? Ilalagay natin dito, mga what if. What if x is equal to, sige, can you give me a number? Siguro the easiest is 0 kasi madaling i-substitute, right? What if x were equal to 0? Doing this, let's do this. Pasensya na, we don't have space, but we'll try to do this anyway and memorize na lang. If this were 0, 2 times 0, 0. Itong siya, natanggal na. On the left side will just be 5, right? And then this will also be 0, 11. So what will be left? On the right side is 11, on the left side will be 5. Is 5 equal to 11? Of course not. Therefore, if x were equal to 0, it's a false statement. Magiging true lang siya kapag 2. Therefore, ang sagot lang is 2. Try the others, kahit na ano pang isubstitute nyo, it will always be false. Kaya pala, conditional. True, depending on the conditions. Okay? Okay, now, how about identity? Madali lang ito pag identity, pero before we discuss our definition itong mga to, what if binigyan ka na equation? Identity ba to? Conditional or contradiction? Mag-solve ka lang. Sige lang, tingnan natin. How do we solve? Uy, simplifying the left side, we cannot do anything about it because they are unlike terms. We cannot combine. However, this part, we can distribute our negative sign. Be careful lang. Negative times negative is positive 5. Negative times positive is negative x. And then copy plus 3x. And then you can simplify further the right side because we have 2 like terms here. The left side, naku, please be patient, copy, copy. And then 5, what is negative x plus 3x? Take note, may 1 dyan, diba? So 3x minus 1 is 2. So we have plus 2x. Now, when you want to solve for x, you want to isolate x. Oh, we can move then all x's to one side. If I were you, I will move 2x to the left. Wala lang, nasanay lang ako that the variables are on the left. Pero kahit saan pwede. So positive 5, let's transpose to the right side. What will happen? 2x stays here, and then yung dating positive 2x, since we transpose it to the left side, it will now become minus 2x. Reverse the sign. Then 5 is still here. And then 5 dito, yung dating plus will now become, when you transpose, minus 5. Sir, what happens? Uy, 2x minus 2x, a number subtracted from itself is 0. Walang matitira dyan. Weird. Yung 5 minus... Oh my God, weird. 0 is equal to 0. Sir, we are looking for the value of x. Di ba yun naman ibig sabihin ng solve? Solve for the value of x. That's what we're looking for. Pero ito, walang x na natira. Oh my God, walang x na natira. So lalagay ko dito Uy, observation lang ni sir. Walang x na natira. No variable. Oh, no variable. Anong gagawin yan? That means, walang variable kasi your x will not matter. Whatever the value of x is, it doesn't matter kasi makakancel lang din yan. So, ito lang matitira. In the end, palaging magiging something equal to something. Pero teka, may I ask you, Ano tong statement na to? 0 equals 0. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? Please type. Is it true or false? Please type, guys. It's true. Oh, the resulting statement is true. So, walang nagawa si X kasi makakancel din siya. In the end, it will be true. Ano ang sagot nito? Ang ibig sabihin nito, your X doesn't matter kasi makakancel naman. Kahit anong mangyari, kahit anong pa si X, it won't matter. So, that means whatever the value of X is, this statement is true. Diba? Kahit ano pa yung X mo, makakancel din naman, it will always be true. Oh, sir, malabo pa rin. Malabo pa rin. Talaga? Okay, sige. Can you give me a value? Kahit ano. Siguro, tingnan natin. 7, okay, nag-request po si Hannah. 7, okay. Just try to memorize. So, if X were 7, ilalagay natin what if X is equal to 7? On the left side, 7. 7 times 2, 14 plus 5 ay 19. Okay. How about this one? 7 plus negative 5. What's 7 plus negative 5? Anyone? Si Hannah kasi, ang hirap-hirap ng sinabi. 7 plus negative 5, 2. Negative of 2 is negative 2. Okay, fine. Negative 2 po ito. Kaya lang may 7 din dito. 7 times 3, 21 also. 7 times 3 is 21. What is 21 minus 2? 19. Aba! As you can see, the left side is equal to the right side. It's a true statement. Uy, that's good news. This is true. What if another number? Subukan lang natin. Kung yung 0 na lang ako na magbibigay, ang hirap-hirap ng binibigay nyo, 0. 0 ay tugshngyaw. Ano matitira? 5 on the left. Okay, sige, para mailagay naman natin 5. And then 0, tugshngyaw din. Ano matitira? Negative of negative 5. Wow! Ibig sabihin, 5 sa kaliwa, 5 sa kanan, it's a true statement pa rin. So, lalagay ko, it's a true statement. Kahit ano pong itry nyo dito, it will always be true. Kasi nga, kahit ano na si X na isinubstitute mo, it won't matter. Makakancel din yan. In the end, it will be a true statement. Kaya, going back to the question, ano ang value ng X that will make the statement true? Kailan siya magiging true? Anyone? Can you please tell me? Ano ang value ng X that will... Any real number, lahat pwede. Kaya po, kapag merong kang identity, palaging true, ang sagot, all real numbers. Kahit anong isubstitute mo, it will always be true. Can you follow? Very nice. Okay, ito, contradiction. Sir, hindi ko alam kung conditional, identity, o contradiction. Sige, solve ulit tayo, di ba? Hindi natin alam ang gagawin. Mag-solve ka, yan ang kaya natin eh. So, combine these two, combining like terms, we have negative 3x plus 6x is 3x plus 2. Okay, again, I want to isolate the variable. Yung variable sa akin, gusto ko sa left. Nasanay lang po ako. You can move that to the right if you want. Constant negative 1 to the right. Okay, what will happen? 3x here stays the same. It didn't move. Still on the left side. 3x plus po ito dati, di ba? This is plus. So it will now become minus 3x kasi nag-transpose. Yung 2 stayed there. It's still 2. And then minus 1, ay reverse, plus 1. What will happen next? 3. Oh my God! Na-cancel na naman. And then on the right side, 2 plus 1, 3. Oh no. Observe. Again, ang natira, you're solving for x sana, no? Walang x. Katulad nito, oh. No variable left. Lalagay ko nga dito. No variable left. So what pag no variable like this or like this, no variable? Check natin. Hindi mo na-solve yung x. Talaga? Tanong. Is the resulting statement true or false? Is the resulting statement true or false? It's false. Oh my God. Kanina, true. Ito false. That means whatever the value of x is, Kasi makakancel din naman, this will always be false. Ilalagay ko dito ha, para malinaw, whatever the value of x is, this is false. Talaga, sir? Kahit anong isubstitute namin na x, false yan? Okay. Try natin, x is equal to 0. Doon ako na magbibigay kung ano nung binibigay nyo. Okay. 0. Tugsh nyo. O, diba? 0 na yan. Tugsh nyo, tigs nyo. Anong natira? Negative 1. Sa kanan, positive. Is negative 1 equal to positive 2? Is that a true statement? No. It's a false statement. So, if x were equal to 0, it's false. Okay? Try naman natin. Erase, erase. Try natin, it's 1. Para madali naman, pinapahirapan nyo ako eh. Okay, 1. So, 3 times 1 is 3. Minus 1 is 2. Okay, on the left side, 2 ha? 1. 1. Oh, ibig sabihin, 6 plus 2. 8. Okay? 8 minus 3. 5. Is 2 equal to 5? False na naman. So, again, false po yan. Actually, kahit ano pong ipasok nyo dito, kahit anong number, 1, 2, 3, any number, it will always be false. Bakit? Yung value ng number na ipinasok mo won't matter. It will be cancelled anyway. Diba? It will always result to a false statement. Kaya po, ang tawag doon, contradiction. Always false. Therefore, kung tinatanong yung solution set, anong solution set ng false state na ganyan? Anong value that will make the statement true? Ang tanong, meron ba? Wala po. Pero may sagot pa rin. Ang sagot natin, very good, Hannah. It's the null set. Pwedeng ganyan or pwede rin ganon. That means no value will make the statement true. Okay? Okay, pero teka. Kailangan i-generalize natin. Let's try to generalize, everyone. Let's try to generalize. Okay po. Okay. So, ano ang pinaka-clue natin? Paano natin malalaman that one is a conditional identity and a contradiction? You look at the last part, the resulting statement sa dulo. Ito, and ito. Notice, kapag conditional, merong variable left with variable. Okay? Pag with variable ay conditional yun. Ang sagot dito is what? X is equal to something. Ayan o. X is equal to something. That is your answer. Basta with variable, merong matitirang variable katulad nito, it's a conditional state. True siya sa variable na yun. Sir, paano pag identity? Ayan o, no variable. Pero yung resulting statement natin dito is true. So, lalagay ko, no variable, and then true statement. Yung number na lumabas, true yun. Sigurado, it's an identity. Okay? Therefore, ang sagot, x is equal to the set of all real numbers. Okay? Oh, paano kapag contradiction? Yung lumabas, no variable, pero ito, it's now false. The resulting statement is a false statement. So, pag no variable, it's a false statement. Contradiction. Kino-contradict niya eh. Whatever the value of x is, it will always be false. So, anong sagot dyan? Sir, walang magiging true dyan. So, null set ang sagot dyan. Okay? So, these are very important clues that you should know when dealing with conditional, identity, and contradiction. May question po ba with this slide? May tanong? Wala? Wala po. Wala? Clear yan ha? Meron yan sa periodic exam. Periodic what? Sa long quiz 1 natin. Okay? Ito na. This is now part of your short quiz 4 mamayang hapon. And of course, dun sa ating long quiz 1. Okay. So, bibilisan natin. Review key concepts with fractions. Kasi alam kong nahihirapan yung iba sa fractions eh. We will make things very clear pa ngayong morning na ito. Okay. So, we have one example here. They are the same. But I would like to show you several ways of solving this one. So, we will have here method A, method B, and method C. Because you know what? Mathematics, maraming concepts dyan eh. As long as you do not violate any rules sa math, pwede yung solution. So, ibig sabihin, kahit maraming solution, it should arrive at the same answer when no rules in math is violated. Okay? Okay, subukan natin. Uy, sir, fraction on the left. Fraction, sir, nakakatakot. Huwag ka matakot. Pag may fraction on the left, fraction on the right, you simply counteract. Di ba gano'n naman ang key? Okay, let me copy this para maintindihan natin. Okay? Para malinis pa rin ang ating original question. Now, we counteract multiplication by 2. How do we counteract multiplication by 2? Already divide by 2. Kung nag-divide 2 ka sa left, ay, to be fair, kailangan mag-divide 2 ka rin sa right. It's by using the division property of equality. Correct? So, counteract multiplication by dividing both sides of the equation. Next, counteract division. How do you counteract division? Di multiplication, divide by 3 ito, di multiply by 3. You multiplied the left side by 3, ito po yun. Therefore, para fair, multiply also the right side by 3. So that is multiplication property of equality. So ayan po yan. So we did this on the left, we did this on the right. Pero teka, another way of looking at it is para kang nag-multiply ng compare this and this one. This is the reciprocal of the numerical coefficient of x. So, ganun pala yun. Ilalagay ko dito ha. Reciprocal. When you multiply pala the reciprocal, you will be able to cancel. Why? Numerators, denominator, cancel. Numerator, denominator, cancel. Ay, kaya pala, we will only have x left. Clear? And then what do we do with the right side? Fraction times another fraction. Multiply the numerators first, then multiply the denominators next. 4 times 3 is 12. All over. 9 times 2 here is 18. Okay. Then, of course, simplify. Simplest form. What is their GCF? The GCF, you should know, is 6. So, 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Therefore, the final answer is 2/3. O, diba? So, don't forget, you simply try and counteract lang what you have. Okay, another way. Let's use the shortcut this time. Maalala ninyo, the shortcut for multiplication and division properties of equality. Ano lang ang tawag doon? Yung maggaganon ka? Anong tawag doon, guys? How do you call this? It's called cross multiplication. Let me write that. So, shortcut here is called multiplication. That's the shortcut. So what will happen? We want to isolate x. So the only way to isolate x, very good Mia, is to move 2 down. Ayan, magko-cross siya pababa. Yung 3 aakyat, kaya maiiwan si x on the left side. Di ba ang bilis? So cross multiply because we will multiply this. So we have 3 times 4. All over, cross multiply mo ito. We have 2 times 9. Okay, now, of course, we can also multiply what we did here. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. But let me try to show you a shorter way. Of course, some of you know this na. Di ba sa PEMDAS rule? According to the PEMDAS rule, multiplication and division, kahit anong mauna sa kanila, it's okay. Tama ba? Kahit anong mauna sa kanila, it's okay. So, dito, pwede kang mag-multiply muna. Like we did here, pwede mag-multiply muna. Or, pwede ka ring mag-divide muna. Doesn't matter. So, divide tayo. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 3/9 is the same thing as 1/3. So, in the end, mas madali. Ang matitira lang is 2/3, which is the same as this one. Okay? So, whether nag-long method ka or nag-cross multiply ka, just be careful lang. You should arrive at the same answer. Okay? Again, you can do this when you have a fraction on the left, fraction on the right. Pwede yan. Sir, ano tong pangatlo? Hindi gaanong common itong ipapakita kong method na ito. Pero, let me show you still this method. Let me copy uli. We have 2/3 x. Tanong, are they equal or not? They should still be equal. Whether yung x nasa numerator or beside this fraction, pareho lang yan. Now, let me ask you, what connects 2/3 by x? What connects them? What operation connects them? Please type what operation connects. Multiplication, very good. How do you counteract multiplication? Anyone? How do you counteract multiplication? How do you counteract division? Oh my God. Kung ito, multiplication by 2/3, to counteract that, magdi-divide tayo by 2/3. But you did that to the left side. You should also do that to the right side. Ang lupit, sir. Oh, bakit mo ginagawa yan, sir? Di ba nga division property of equality? Kasi multiply mo ito, i-divide mo. Bakit mo ginawa yan? Tugsh nga, it's the same number. Treat them like ordinary numbers. Cancel. Therefore, you will only have x. Problema, sir, ito. Don't worry, di ba? Pag sinabing all over, it's just the same thing as division. It's the same thing as 4/9 divided by 2/3. Pero, meron tayong technique ng division, di ba? You multiply na lang by the reciprocal. 3/2. In the end, you will get the same. Cancel po, 3/9. Cancel po, 4/2. You will get the same. 2/3. Amazing, ano? So, pwede pala yan. Malupit lang, di ba? Imagine, the challenge here is fraction over another fraction. But of course, meron tayong shorter way na tinuro ko during our first quarter. Ano na ngayon? So, what we did was, ano ang ginawa natin last quarter? It's outer divided by the inner. What? Equal lang yan, sir? Oo naman. Ano ba yung outer? Ito yung outer numbers, 4 and 3. So, if we do that, this will now be 4 times 3. All over. So, yung 4 times 3 are the outer numbers. And then over the inner, 9 times 2. So, we have 9 times 2. In the end, you will have the same answer. Can you follow, guys? So, tatlo po ang pinakita ko ngayon. This one, cross multiplication, shortcut, or itong malupit, division by the fraction. Okay? Question with this. Wala po ba? Kahit ano dyan, it will work. Ang paborito ko, guys, ito. This is my favorite. I prefer this. Okay? Okay. Yes, Mia. You have a question, Mia. Magsalita ka lang, neneng ko. You have a question? You can, sir, pwede din po times sila. Pwede rin. That's another way. Ipapakita ko na lang yan mamaya doon. Although that's another way, hindi ko gaanong ma-recommend pa kapag dito kasi medyo lalaki. Pwede rin naman. It's 2 steps pa rin naman eh. Okay, pwede rin po yan. Okay, sige, ipakita ko na lang yung sinabi ni Hana. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ni Hana. Sir, pwede ding i-multiply. So, we have 2/3 x equals 4/9. Ano bang LCD nila, guys? Ano bang LCD nila? Ang LCD nila is 9. Okay. So, we multiply sa left and right yung 9. Okay. It's multiplication property of equality. Correct? So, ang mangyayari is 9 divided by 3 is 3 times 2. It will be 6x. 9 divided by 9 cancel, it will be 4. And then finally, divided by 6. Divided by 6, tugs nga. Therefore, x is equal to 2/3 as well. Pwede rin. Pero I'm not really a fan of this while this is correct. Kasi, ito kasi pag times 3 ko, pag nag-cross multiply ako, mas less ang ginagawa ko. Okay? So, ganun lang. Ito kasi minsan nalilito yung mga bata. But you can do this. Walang problema. Thank you for reminding me. That's another way. Let's call this D. Okay? Pero meron kasi ako mas malupit na application. Mas maganda yung LCD. So, 9 is the LCD. Okay. We move on. Ito na. Paano kapag ganito? Uy, sir! Excited ako. Meron tayong fraction. Diba may fraction ka din dyan? Kung may fraction ka dyan, we can cross-multiply to isolate x. Correct? Cross-multiply. Can we do that? Yes or no? Can we do that? Please type. Can we cross-multiply? No! Bakit no? Tingnan nyo yung previous. Ay, sorry. Okay, tingnan natin yung previous. Ay, ano ba naman? Tingnan natin yung previous. Oh, fraction on the left, fraction on the right. Fraction on the right, fraction on the left. Pwede. Oh, be careful. While this works here kasi meron po tayong single fraction, single on the left, single on the right. Pwede kang mangapit bahay pag single ka. Ah, 'di ba? Pero pag taken ka na, may kasama ka, you cannot do that. So, this is wrong. Okay? So, ano yung tamang way, sir? Sorry, hindi po yan. Do not cross multiply. Okay? Instead, anong way natin, sir? Okay, ang gagawin ko na dito is, let me copy. Sir, natatakot talaga ako pag may fraction. Wag. Di ba constant lang yan? Di ba constant din yan? Eh di mag-transpose ka. Correct? Wag kang matatakot. These are just numbers. Pero yung dating plus will now become minus 1/2 is equal to 2/3 x. And then, simplify. What is 1 minus 1/2? Isang buo, bawasan mo ng kalahati. Eh di 1/2 pa rin. And then, you will end up with single fraction on the right, single fraction on the left. Can we now cross multiply? Pwede na, guys. We can move 2 down, cross multiply to isolate x. 3 up, aakit siya to isolate x. We will have on the right side x only. And then dito, it will become 1 times 3 all over 2 times 2. So x therefore is 3 over 4. O, diba? So we got the answer. It's 3/4. Again, this is the correct way of doing this. Do not cross multiply yet. Kasi meron tayong this part, we have 2 terms. You cannot cross multiply pag may 2 terms. Okay? Sir, paano naman ito? Ano yan? Bakit meron kang pangalawa? Okay, ganito lang po yan. Ito na yung sinasabi natin. Sir, may fraction on the left, fraction on the right, cross multiply. Hindi nga. Puro fraction. To remove the fraction is get the LCD. Ano bang LCD natin? 1, 3, and 2. What's the LCD? Please type. What's the LCD of 1, 3, and 2? Anyone? What's the LCD of 1, 3, and 2? Please type. Naku, hindi nyo alam. 6. Very good. Okay. So it's equal to 6. What do? We multiply both left and right side by the LCD. Meaning, ito po, right side, multiply by the LCD 6. Left side, multiply by the LCD 6. You can do this because of the multiplication property of equality, di ba? Whatever you multiply on the left, you also multiply on the right. Although, pag minultiply mo sa left, 6 yan, naku, medyo mas challenging ng konti ito. You should distribute. Kasi multiply sa whole left side. Okay, what is 6 times 2? 12 divided by 3 is 4. So this now becomes 4x. Plus, what is 1/2? 6 divided by 2 na lang. It's 3. And what happened? No more fractions. Yay! Wala na yung ayaw mo. Can you follow? Yun pala yung way. Dito talaga recommended mag-LCD kapag malupit dito. Okay, next. What do we do next? What we can do is isolate 4x. So we transpose plus 3 dito po sa left side. So on the left side, we have 6. It didn't move, so 6 pa rin. Yung dating plus naging minus 3. And here, it did move, 4x pa rin. 6 minus 3 is 3 is equal to 4x. And then finally, I don't want multiplication. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. X is equal to what? 3/4. You get the same answer. Can you follow? So, by multiplying by the LCD, matatanggal yung problema mo na fractions. Pero ako, ang mas paborito ko po is ganito pa rin. It's up to you. Method A, method B, it doesn't matter. My question with this slide. May question po ba with this slide? Wala? Okay, ito. Oh my God. Sir, anong gagawin natin yan? Oh, may fraction dito pa. They are the same, ha? Take note. We will have again 2 methods to solve this. Method A and method B. But there may be other ways, but this is just two ways. Marami pang ibang way, promise. Now, one way is some of you might have a tendency to distribute, correct? Sir, nakakainis. Kung i-distribute ko yan, fraction. Okay, fine. So, 2/3 times x, o edi 2/3 x, plus 2/3 times 2, multiply the numerators, 2 times 2 is 4. So, 4/3 is equal to 4. Okay? And then, ang gagawin ko next is, itra-transpose ko doon. Actually, from here, pwede kang anyway, this is Gen 1. Marami pang ibang way, guys. So, we have 2/3 pa rin, 2/3 x on the left side. Okay? And then on the right side, 4 didn't move. So, dyan pa rin siya. Same sign. However, plus, minus na po ang mangyayari when we transpose. Minus 4/3. Sir, I hate fractions. Di bale, okay lang yan. What's the denominator? 1. What's the LCD? Because we cannot combine them, they are dissimilar fractions. Tama? Anong LCD nila? 3. Equivalent fractions. 3 divided by 1. 3 times 4, it's 12. This means 4 is equal to 12 over 3. Minus equivalent fractions. 3 divided by 3. 1 times 4, 4. Eh, bakit mo pa kasi ginawa yun? Di ba 4/3 is equal to 4/3? Simplifying the right side, 12 minus 4 is 8 over 3. And this is 2/3 x. Again, maraming way from here to solve. Pero ako, ang paborito ko is cross-multiply. Move this down, move this up so that x will be isolated on the left side. Ito pong 3 times 8. Ito po, it's 2 times 3. But this will be cancelled. In the end, x is equal to, andali pala, ito pa 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the answer is 4. Okay, so we got the answer x is 4. Sir, ano yung second method na kakaiba? Maraming way to solve. This is just another way. May I ask you guys, when you are given, for example, 2/3 of m, is it equal to, this is the question, is it equal to 2m all over 3? Are they equal? Yes or no? Are they equal? Yes or no? Yes! Bakit? Di ba nag-multiply ka lang ng m over 1? So they are the same, correct? So 2 times m will be 2m. 3 times 1 will be 3. Therefore, actually, what we can do is, instead of just writing all over 1, we can erase this muna. And then, simply extend it. Yun palang ibig sabihin nun. We can extend. Similarly, dito po, it's the parenthesis. Parang ito po yung m natin. That means we can extend this. What? 3, therefore, is the denominator of this whole thing. Oh, anong implication yan? This is another way of solving. Uy, fraction on the left, fraction on the right. Hindi yan dalawa. Take note, magkaiba yon. Ito po kasi plus. Ayan o, nakasplit. Itong ating tanong, this is one group. So, para kang may isang fraction. Therefore, fraction on the left, fraction on the right. Can we cross-multiply? Yes! The answer is yes! We can cross-multiply. Ang matitira will be x plus 2. Then 3 times 4 all over 2 times 1. So x plus 2 is equal to 4 divided by 2 is 2. It's 6. Correct? And then transpose plus 2. Transpose mo na to. Phew! We now have x is equal to 6 minus 2. X is equal. Amazing! This is another way of doing this. Tatandaan, pag may parenthesis yan, considered one variable, one term, you can cross-multiply. As you can see, we get the same answer. Again, there are many ways of solving this. Question? May tanong po ba sa slide na ito? Wala? Okay, tapos na ang ating lesson actually. Just remember sa ating short quiz 4 mamaya, hindi po pwede ang decimal. No decimals, please. Ang sagot is fraction. So, input it, 5 slash 4. So, type 5 over 4. Now, kung may negative, take note, alam nyo dapat negative is sa taas, sa baba, or sa left side. It doesn't matter. They all mean the same. Pero, I will ask you to input it before the fraction. So, negative, saka mo ilagay yung fraction. Okay? Next. Sir, paano pag ang sagot ko is mixed number? Pag mixed number, always convert to improper. Convert mixed numbers to improper fraction. Hindi tatanggapin ito ng K-hub. Ito po, ginawa ko na tatanggapin ng K-hub. So, gawing improper. Pag improper na, di type na like so. I-type mo na like so. Okay? So, ayan po yon. That is our lesson for today. I hope marami kayong natutunan. Nakapag-practice tayo kahit papaano. Okay? I'm stopping my presenting now and also ending my OBS recording. Okay? Thank you very much for being patient and nagtiyaga kayo, nagstay kayo sa atin.